It didn't matter that he was hunted, feared, branded. Only her arms could tame the fury of his fists. Only his kisses could calm the terror in her heart.
Hey folks, it's The Blind Guy, and on this episode we are taking a look at another good old movie, and we're taking a look at 1948's Kiss the Blood Off My Hands. What kind of title is that? That is awesome. Starring Burt Lancaster and my personal favorite actress, the eloquent, the amazing Joan Fontaine. Movie came out in 1948. It is often regarded as a film noir because of the lighting in the movie. The movie centers around a post-World War II veteran who is suffering from PTSD. He gets into a lot of fistfights in this movie. And Joan Fontaine plays a nurse who believes that she can save him. And it's an interesting dynamic because it shows his love for her and then his attempts, sometimes unsuccessful, to stay out of crime and to control his temper. The movie starts off as a tiny spoiler, but you find out in the very first scene of the movie that he punches somebody and actually kills them. And so he's a bit on the run, and he ends up in Joan Fontaine's apartment, and that's where the movie takes place and kicks off from there. It is well acted. I had not seen Burt Lancaster in much, if anything, actually. Dude's a stud. I mean, I wish I looked like that with my shirt off. I don't, though. But he does a good job in the movie. And then, of course, Joan Fontaine, the absolute best, in my opinion. She's fabulous in this movie. And she was actually pregnant during shooting. Apparently, she had some difficulty. I believe it was directed by Foster as the director, who was a cinematographer on Citizen Kane. And I guess during the filming of the movie, Joan was having some difficulties because Burt Lancaster produced the movie. And she was having to ask, well, do I listen to him or do I listen to the actual director? So maybe Burt Lancaster was not the easiest person to work with. But they did get it done. The movie is well done. It has some rain scenes in it that are very cool and very film noir-esque or ish, however you want to say it. They actually built a small version of the London, like a London neighborhood, and it sounds like in Hollywood. So that's pretty cool. So it's not filmed in London, but you would think it was by looking at the movie. So overall, it's a very cool movie. It's got some really cool parts in it. I think the endings doesn't tie itself together very well. It ends rather abruptly, and you're not even sure what really is going to happen. So in that regard, it loses a little bit for me, but I do think it is worth watching. Just to see these old movies, and they're so great with how they use the lighting and everything. And you got a lot of those Cockney accents in it because it's supposed to take place in Britain. So check it out. And it's got just one of the greatest titles I've ever heard. Isn't that a great title? Check out 1948's Kiss the Blood Off of My Hands. That sounds like a heavy metal record or a heavy metal album if I ever did hear one. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by renting the movie using the description below. Or just open up Amazon using the link in the description below and then buy something else if you're already going to buy it. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help the channel out. If you want to sponsor an upcoming video, shoot me an email using the address in the description, and we will coordinate something where you can help sponsor a video, and you'll choose what we do it on. But it does definitely helps the channel. I do this for fun, but that kind of support does make it easier for me. So I just want to thank you guys for all of the likes and the comments and the subscriptions. It makes this a lot more fun to do, and I hope I am being helpful for you guys on some of these older movies and whatever you want to hear about. Board games, music, we'll talk about anything. Philosophy, I've got some of those coming up. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you on the next episode of A Blind Guy's View. Laters on the Menjay.
Laters on the Menjay.